Hello friends, bonjour mon ami. Here we are with my finished scrapbook mini book paper bag album, and this was video number 4 in the series of my making mini albums, and this is my first foray into that world because I was just doing collages a few months ago. I had been doing collages for a few years, but hadn't tried this. So this particular one, though, is more within my realm of understanding, or this is more me because it is collaged, and the other mini books are a little bit more modern. So I was able to use part of my ephemera collection and my own digital collage sheets that are vintage images made into a collage that can be delivered over your computer, and you can print them out yourself, and I have those for sale in my Etsy shop, Christelle. So I also have vintage lace and ribbon and binding, silk binding and things like that, fibers for scrapbooking. Excuse me, sorry. This charm is pretty nice and hefty weight. It's a vintage map of Paris in a dome, and that was from the lost and found jewelry findings at Michael's, and so I put the seam binding in the bottom there. That's what I like to do, and it's tied over the edge. And then I have this is some Martha Stewart ribbon. These are just laces from my shop. This is binding that my friend Shelley from Susie A at Etsy.com had dyed herself, I think, with vegetable dyes and things like that. And this is some vintage, really vintage French seam binding that I had. This is the rose that I embossed, and I don't know if I like that. I don't know how you girls do it. Maybe I'll get better, but wow, it went everywhere, and I just had mishaps and was practically gluing it to my elbow. I was telling my friend I was glad it wasn't super glue, because I would have been having to have surgery. Here's some of my vintage lady images that I have either bought from other Etsy dealers or gotten off of Flickr or off the internet on freebie art sites. So this paper, the papers are from the Bohemia collection, and also some other papers that they have at Michael's that are, I think they're called Jubilee, and they're on the racks where you can buy separate papers. So this was, as I told you, a scrapbook paper bag book, rather, from based on a pattern from Laura at Follow the Paper Trail at YouTube. So this is a, I'm going to have to go fast. This is the photo mat that I put in, and this sticker and tab that I made from stickers are from Cavallini and Company. Their costs are really kind of prohibitive, and I like frugal scrapbooking, but I've been given some things as gifts, and so I'm really grateful for that. This was in this is from Cavallini and Company too, a postcard, but I got it from a girl on an Etsy shop that had a D-stash lot. I put in each envelope some vintage text pages from an encyclopedia of French encyclopedia, not encyclopedia, a dictionary, and so I do sell text lots to of foreign language books. This is from my ephemera collection, and that butterfly I had showed you in another video how my friend Shelley had sent me an art swap with butterflies that she had hand painted. So this is one of those, I think it's called Jubilee papers. This is a vintage ledger sheet from my little collection of goodies. I think she's a graphic 45 lady. As I've told you, my hands don't look good. They never will. Tim Holtz's fault, and I think you should also develop something that takes the ink off of your hands and fixes them up. There's my suggestion to him. So, I put a butterfly upside down on her hat because I thought that was fun. This is a little Paris bit of art from my collection, another butterfly from Shelley. These are the flaps that are stuck together, and Laura shows how you can leave these open to insert. You can stick the edges to leave the flaps open and put tags, but it would really be thick, so I don't think that that's the greatest idea. Just personally, personal choice. There's a lot of butterflies in here, so it has a French and a butterfly theme. This is a pocket, and I watched Marion at apieceofcraft.com, and that's Marion Smith. She teaches how to make a little mini, like a library pocket or something, I forget what she calls it. So I made this tag from a piece of vintage art and stamped it with a butterfly and used Cavallini stamps to put the word butterfly over this vintage botanical, and put some vintage eyelet lace that I had in the pocket, because I like to do that on things that I do. So there is text in this as well, this page, and I put the tab on the center of the pocket. I'm sorry, I got dark and out of the light. This is a Cavallini card as well that I got in that Etsy lot with birds, swallows. So I need to not put them back in while I'm on this video. There's another photo mat for you to put your photo, and you can even stick some papers there to do journaling if you wish. This is a page that I used a lot of art on. This was a botanical art piece that I had and cut myself from my vintage digital collage called Amethyst, which is in my Etsy shop, Christelle. And so there's a piece of those La Paperie papers, a real French postage stamp, and a piece of an envelope, vintage. And I don't have this stamp, and I don't know what that set is, but I did a stamp on a travel paper when I went to a crop at my local scrapbook store. So I'm going to have to make another video for this, and I'm also going to show you some paper and Prima flowers that I put together myself in my first attempt to make flower embellishments for many books and scrapbooking. So I'll show you that in the next video, which will be, I think, number 5. 5. Au revoir!